Live from the Northeast Georgia Business RadioX studio, this is Northeast Georgia Business Radio. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. I'm your host, Tom Sheldon. We are at the beautiful Empower College and Career Center of Jackson County. And yes, this is another edition of Northeast Georgia Business Radio. I've got with me two guests today who I'm going to say are some of the, people we have in the community that don't get the praise they deserve. Let's just put it that way. And now they're walking out the door because I just built them up. No, I have with me Jenn and Jon Langston from Reboot Jackson. Folks, welcome.
Hi.
You two don't get the praise in the community like you should, I don't think, because you do a lot of great things for this community. So tell us a little bit about yourself real quick, then we're going to dive into Reboot Jackson.
Okay, I'll go first. So,
Jenn, you go first.
Yeah. I'm Jenn Langston. I am a person in long-term recovery, and what that means for me is it's been about 10 years since I used any drugs or alcohol. And I speak out about that today because I want people to know that recovery is possible, that people do recover, and I know a lot of people have experiences with loved ones, family and friends that may struggle, and I just want to be that light for other people to see.
I hear you. I like that. Mm-hmm. Unsung heroes, that's the word I was looking for, and I couldn't think of it.
I like it.
Jon, how are you, man?
I'm good.
Welcome.
So I'm Jon Langston, and I, too, am a person in long-term recovery, and what that looks like to me is September last year was 14 years without any minor mood-altering substances. It's allowed me to be a person that's responsible and productive and be a member of society, and enabled us to found and start Reboot Jackson, a recovery community organization. It's been a very interesting path. I look at society as a circle of people, and I've always been the person that was on the fringes, and most of the people on the fringes are people that society looks to throw away, and I like to hang out there because if we'll stop throwing people away, our society will be a lot better off.
I agree with that completely. You touched on a little bit about what Reboot Jackson is. It's recovery. Mm-hmm. But let's go a little deeper. Tell me a little bit more about it. It's here in Jefferson.
Yes, we are in Jefferson. Most people would know us at the old 4-H building, which is now 102 Recovery Path. The county has changed the name of the road for us.
Nice.
And we are here not as a place for people to live or anything like that, but we are here as a support system for people that are seeking recovery. We have support group meetings. We have one-on-one peer coaching with people. We support people and advocate for them in court with DFACs. All kinds of different things that we do. We help people get GEDs. We help transport people if they need transportation. So pretty much we just try to focus on what an individual person needs. And we try to make our services person-centered to help someone build their recovery capital is what we call it. So just like I have capital in my bank account, someone coming into recovery may lack some capital that they need, like housing or
just simply a ride, things you and I might take for granted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you guys had a bus or something donated to you.
It was a van.
Yes. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's super important.
Yeah.
Do you need another one? I mean, we're on the radio here.
I think we're flush with cars right now.
Okay, well, you never know. Yeah. You never know. You folks do a lot. But, Jon, you're working on something right now. You're going to the state capitol here soon or sometime or other. I want to touch on that right away. I think it's really cool. I've been to the state capitol one time when I was a teenager for some school function, and it meant nothing to me. As an adult, it would mean a lot more to me. Right. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Narcan is a very big part of recovery. Narcan doesn't equal recovery, mind you.
Right.
However, somebody can't recover if they're dead.
No, real quick, what is Narcan in case someone listening doesn't quite understand?
Narcan is an overdose antagonist. It will help revive somebody that's overdosing on it.
It'll save their life.
Correct.
Basically.
That's correct.
If they can get a hold of it.
Correct.
Or it can be administered, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
And that's where you're coming in.
Trying to ensure that the people that come in contact with a potential overdose that they have Narcan available. That's
first responders, police, fire,
general public,
possibly employers, I guess, maybe.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Maybe.
Yes.
But you're going to the state capitol.
Yes, we have a construction business that has created a overdose reversal kit.
Nice.
And in that kit, it looks like a first aid box.
Okay.
In that kit, there are 3 2-dose boxes of Narcan, so 6 doses of Narcan. Average right now on reversals is 2, sometimes 3. Could take as many as 4 or 5 doses
At one time.
At one time. With
wow.
With fentanyl on the street, it's a
You're seeing a lot of fentanyl.
yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
All over the community, Clark County, Jackson County, in our neighboring communities.
So it's not just the big raving cities.
No,
It's
definitely
here.
not.
That's sobering. That's very sobering news.
Yeah. Rural communities is really where we began the whole Narcan target. Mm-hmm. Finding out that first responders and law enforcement communities have a budget, and that's considered a tool on their bus or on their vehicle.
Right.
However, it's not specific in the budget for Narcan.
Sure.
It's a tool.
Sure.
Well, needles and bandages and that sort of thing, it's going to come first on an ambulance.
Right.
So we began seeing rural communities that just didn't have the funding from their community. They had funding and they had Narcan, but they may have 2 overdoses where they had 2 overdoses in a week where they hadn't had but 1 in a month for 6 months.
Gotcha.
And now they're out of Narcan.
Right. Right.
And don't have the funding to obtain more.
Right.
So that really got us on the pursuit of Narcan, or got me on the pursuit of Narcan. And so I began going to the Capitol a couple of years ago, getting in contact with our local representatives and senators and letting them see what I see, mm-hmm. and giving them the information and the data and the facts, and really fighting for funding for Narcan, whether for first responders. And, I found out that there is a divide between first responder and law enforcement in the political realm.
Sure.
And that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Nothing I can do about that.
That's what you got to work with, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, nonetheless, we began looking into Narcan pretty serious, and it kind of has taken a driver's seat in all aspects of what we do. But these Narcan boxes, I'll just put out a thank you to Representative Emory Donahue Jr. here, mm-hmm. in our district, and Representative Houston Gaines, Senator Bo Hatchett. They've all been a huge part of helping us get these boxes into the Capitol.
Yeah.
We got contacted yesterday, literally, yesterday afternoon, and said the Speaker of the House has agreed to it, and the Lieutenant Governor has agreed to it.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, so we're going to
That's awesome.
We're going to go out Thursday, and they told me that my construction company, insured or not, could not put them in the Capitol, that I could hand them off to the GBI.
Right. Yes, yes.
The GBI would install them. So,
but y'all are actually making these boxes, these kits.
Yes.
You're physically making them and stocking them.
Yes.
Correct.
You're not just handing some empty boxes over and expecting someone else to fill them. You're maintaining them going forward.
Right. Well, and
that's
huge. Very good question with that.
That's huge.
Locally, yes.
Okay.
Locally, Reboot is going to ensure that we maintain them. There are some. It takes a little effort on whoever has possession of the box. There's a QR code in there. Scan it, put the box number in, how many doses were used. We are notified. We can go replace it and get the seal back on the box.
It is being tracked.
Yes.
Well, that's great, too.
Yes.
Nice.
The ones at the Capitol, we've had a lot of help with a gentleman by the name of Jeff Breedlove. He works for the Georgia Council for Recovery, and he's been a huge advocate at the Capitol with us. And the Georgia Council for Recovery is going to put their information in those boxes, and they're going to maintain those.
Nice.
There's roughly 40 RCOs across the state, And so if it's in that local community,
what's an RCO? I'm slow.
That's a recovery community organization.
Okay.
Same thing as Reboot.
I got you.
They're just scattered out over the state. And so we've been in contact with them and letting them know what we're doing. We put their information in the boxes, and whenever something's used locally there, we contact them and say, hey, this box number was used. This is where it's at. And they go keep it stocked for them.
I got you. Man, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I know you've worked hard on that, and that good job, man. But now let's bring it back to Jackson County. Let's bring it back home. Now, you said you are stocking. You are keeping up Narcan here. Is Reboot buying that? Is it being donated? How are you obtaining it? It's not free.
The initial box, my construction company is doing the initial boxes.
Okay.
There is a cost to installing them.
Of course.
Now, the ones at the Capitol, I'm going to put them up.
Yeah.
And I'll make a business.
I'm more worried about stocking them in the future going forward.
Right.
Now, you don't make Narcan. I know that.
No.
I know that. But that stuff's not free. No. And you have to have resources to maintain that. Mm-hmm. Right. How are we getting our resources? How are we getting this done?
So
where do you guys need help? That's where I'm trying to get to.
We have a box at Reboot of Narcan that is free to the public. They can come any time of day. It's on the porch. It's accessible as long as they give us minimal information like what county they live in, how old they are, and that they took how many boxes they took. And that Narcan comes from the DBHDD, which is the Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities. And they send us about 24 boxes a quarter for us to distribute. But all the other Narcan we give out, we raise funds for.
That's what I want to get to. How do we get more funds into Reboot Jackson?
Currently, we're working on a project that John has been heading up. We're going to have a statewide gala on August 31st, which is National Overdose Awareness Day.
Okay.
It won't be in Jackson County. It'll be held at the State Farm Arena in Gwinnett County. And we are Gas South Arena. I'm so sorry.
We know where that's at.
And we are having that gala to basically raise funds to give out Narcan to people across the state, especially it's called the HEROES Initiative, and that stands for Helping Every Responder Offer Effective Support.
Awesome.
So the HEROES Initiative gala is just to raise money for Narcan that will go into volunteer fire departments.
Police. So we're buying tickets to that?
Yes, we have tickets available for that.
They're on sale now?
Yes.
Well, that's only, 3-4 months away.
Yeah, so 250 seats or 200 seats. 200 seats at the gala, and we're also taking sponsorships for that. So if any businesses would like to invest in helping our
So how do we contact you to either get tickets and or sponsor? Got to be a website or something?
We have our website, rebootjackson.com, has all the information about the gala.
Rebootjackson.com, okay.
Yeah, and it has a link to a form where you can purchase a ticket or make a sponsorship.
I got you.
Yeah.
And there's also a link where if you don't necessarily want to be at the gala, if you don't want a seat or you don't want to do a big sponsor, we set up a link. Primarily, we have a lot of friends that are Kiwanis members and Rotor members, and a club doesn't necessarily want to have a seat or be a sponsor, but they may want to directly say, hey, we want to buy $500 worth of Narcan.
Right.
There's a QR link that they can go to and directly purchase this amount of Narcan.
And now you guys will get that. Reboot Jackson will get that.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it technically will go back into the community.
Correct.
Yes.
It's just, and I know it's helpful either way, but you like to see maybe money staying home a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, sure, we'd love to help someone in Florida or Alabama, but when our own people are hurting, kind of like to help them first, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're doing it statewide. We're not looking to go outside of the border of Georgia, though it is statewide.
I got you. I'm with you.
Additionally, besides the Narcan efforts, we are doing a fundraiser just for Reboot Jackson.
Okay, and that will stay home.
And that will stay exactly at home.
Let's hear about that.
And we are doing a Ride for Recovery, which will be on May the 20th, and it's a motorcycle ride, quote unquote. But if you have a car, a Jeep, whatever will get you somewhere and you want to come participate in that, we have that.
So where does it start and stop at?
So it will start
end?
Here at Jackson County Courthouse, and it will end in Toccoa.
Oh, wow.
And we will have barbecue for people, T-shirts, all kinds of fun stuff. We like to have fun.
And that's on the website, too?
Yes.
Reboot Jackson. Awesome. I imagine both of you see a lot of highs and lows doing this.
Absolutely.
So honestly, there's got to be days where you're crushed. I hope not too many. How do y'all stay hopeful? What do you see and come across? And I know, hey, listen, if you help one person, that's huge. But what keeps you two going?
A lot of things.
Well, I know your work ethic. That's huge, and that gets me up in the morning because I know I need to do something. I need to be in the studio. But there's got to be days that you're crushed because maybe something doesn't work out. Maybe we lose somebody. Mm-hmm. How do y'all deal with that? You're tough. I'm telling you, you're tough.
Yeah. I mean, I have to take care of my own personal recovery. I have to. That's
true.
To keep doing things that I've been doing that have helped me maintain my recovery. And, for me, that's going to meetings, working with another person in recovery to answer questions about myself, do that kind of thing, talk to other people. But also just getting to see people that are doing so well. And, we have several cases where we've seen mothers reunited with their kids, where judges are giving the kids back to their parents.
So you actually see that?
Because they're doing great, yes.
Well, that's got to be huge.
We've had...
now, you advocate for those mothers, those parents?
Absolutely, yeah. We work with them. DFACS will give us a referral, and we will contact them and see if they would like some assistance. And so when we get to work with them and help them in their recovery, we get to see all the rewards that they get. And it feels really good. And we've had, I think, 5 graduates now from Lanier Tech GED program that we do.
Congratulations.
So the first time we got to go watch someone walk across the stage and we knew that they were getting their GED because we had the ability to help them do that. Right. It was amazing. Yeah.
I like that.
And Jen, if you would explain that a little deeper in that, I mean, we have a resource for them to get a GED and what they have to do.
So we're certified through Lanier Tech to provide a GED class at Reboot Jackson. And what that looks like is we can help them do the assessments. They have a group every Friday where we study and, go over questions that might be on the test, and they can take practice tests. Right. And then Lanier Tech has a grant through the North Georgia Community Foundation that will pay for anyone that wants to take the test.
Free GEDs in Jackson County. Yes. They've been in here. Mm-hmm. It's really great what they're doing. Yeah. But you're a part of that.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that.
I'm a teacher.
Are you really? I hear you. I didn't know that. See, these are the things we got to get out. These are the stories we need. Congratulations. That's very good. I like that.
And the reason I wanted to kind of elaborate on that, a lot of people I have heard, and they're like, well, y'all help those folks get GEDs. And we do. But those people do all the work.
They do the work to get it.
That individual peer has to do all the work. We can't.
You take them to the water, but they still got to drink.
That's exactly right.
Nice. You just steer the ship a little bit. Mm-hmm. I like it. What else did we leave out? Y'all do a lot of stuff over there.
I don't know.
It's very cool. And let's see, you and I met through Jackson County Family Connection.
Yes.
And that's what let's give Linda and everyone a plug.
Yes.
Yeah. We need to get Linda in here. We're putting peer pressure on her right now.
So I'm the board chair of the Jackson County Family Connection.
That's right.
And they do amazing things. I just get to be part of it and watch it happen. But
it's okay.
Yeah, they do some amazing things. And we have a community collaborative the last Thursday of every month, and it's held at Reboot Jackson.
Right.
And that's a good space for people that want to help people to come together, talk about what the resources are available in the community so that we're not all trying to do the same work. And we're collaborating so that, if I know somebody that needs something that another agency offers,
right,
I know where to send them.
You're building that network.
Absolutely.
Just like we do in business. I love it. Can basically, I don't want to say anyone, I don't like the word anyone, a simple person like myself in the community, can we get involved? Do we need special certifications? Are there things we can do within Reboot Jackson to help the two of you do what you're doing?
I mean, you can always write us a check. No, I'm just
Donations? Well, no, hey, that's important too. But is there mentorships or those?
Well, I would say to do the official job that we do, you have to have a certification.
That's what I thought.
And you have to be a person in recovery. But if people want to volunteer, we do community events. We have, fun nights where we just have people come hang out and play games. And, we love to have people from the community that just want to get to know other people. Right. And to see that we're all humans and that we all have fun and we all do the same things, especially people in recovery. I think sometimes there's a stigma there because of your past and what you might have used to do. And I know a lot of times people will look at me and they'll say, well, you don't look like you used to be a drug addict. And I'll say, well, that's the point, right?
Thank you.
Exactly.
Appreciate that.
So, I mean, just people can get involved if they want to come have conversations and learn more about what recovery looks like and how to talk to other people that are seeking recovery. We're always...
Well, it touches so many people.
Yeah, exactly.
And it can be easily hidden, not necessarily from those going through the problems, but their family. Maybe a family is an enabler. Yeah, just having people to talk to and information. Maybe a new look on an old situation kind of thing.
Yeah. And the more people that know about us,
right,
the more people get help because, most of the people that we see that aren't referred to us from a court system are referred to us by family members or people that see us on Facebook or,
I was about to ask
that
you,
we know.
How is it you have people coming through the door? You're working with government agencies.
So we do a lot of work with Jackson County Accountability Courts.
Okay.
And so we get a lot of people from that, but a lot of people that we meet is just word of mouth and social media and that kind of thing that, I may have gotten help, so I know somebody else that needs help and I send them over.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
You know the numbers off the top of your head. What was last month's numbers on services?
Services provided was around 1,000. So that's
in 1 month.
Yes, so that's every time someone walks in the door. And then we had 42 brand new people that came for the first time last month.
That's like 30 a day in 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. And that's counting like our support group meetings and things like that.
Still, it's people coming through the door.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome.
And for me, the one thing that I see being in the community and knowing the people in recovery, somebody that finds recovery and truly they're in recovery, not just at recovery.
Right.
They are some of the most dedicated people that you can find. And what Jenn was talking about a while ago, somebody just coming in just to kind of see what's going on. If they're a business owner, they may find somebody that is a gym for an employee. And there's a lot of things with backgrounds and first one thing or another with that in the community that we deal with. But oftentimes I found that if an employer will give the opportunity to that peer will make them a very proud employer.
Gotcha.
And landlords too.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know a lot of times people have barriers to getting it and securing a place to live because they may have a background or, I know I wasn't the most financially responsible person in active addiction. So, someone might have an eviction on their record and just, having someone treat them on an individual case-by-case basis and put that trust in somebody and give people a chance, I think.
Gotcha. I'm with you. So you're advocates for a lot of people in a positive manner.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way. You two are doing phenomenal work.
Thank you.
Awesome. So rebootjackson.com, right?
Yep.
Yes.
That's the best way to get a hold of y'all?
Yes, sir.
I got you. And you're on Facebook. I'm going to guess Reboot Jackson. And Instagram, same thing. Very nice. Very, very nice. And you are also local business owners, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're definitely part of the community.
Absolutely.
Nice. Well, Jenn, Jon, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
I hope we can get the word out of all the things you do. And hopefully you won't be the what was the word I was using? Mike's shaking his head over there, running the board.
Unsung heroes.
Unsung. You won't be unsung. You'll be sung heroes. Are there sung heroes?
Sure.
That's kind of weird. Okay. He's giving me the cut. Oh, there's the music. I got to go now. Jenn, Jon, thanks for coming in. In all seriousness. Folks, that's Northeast Georgia Business Radio for you. I'm your host, Tom Sheldon. We'll talk to you soon.